I spent an unreasonable amount of time taking notes. I'm a husband, a father, a journalist, a YouTuber, a writer, a politician. Don't worry, no politics here. A minister, and no religion here either. And, well, more. The only way I can keep my entire schedule and every detail of what I'm doing, writing, and filming about straight is obsessive note-taking. And for years, I did it in bullet journal style books like this. Inside here, I could build a calendar on the fly for my specific needs and take notes and have it all in one place. But the problem is, every time I filled this up, I had to get another, and another, and another. And I had to rebuild my calendar over and over again. And there are some notes that I cannot just leave in the past years like I can a calendar, so I had to bring those forward after I found them. It just got to be too much. So a few years ago, I put this away and I got one of these, a ReMarkable 2. And this is life-changing in so many ways. Finally, I had a calendar that I could build on the fly using templates I made and my notes all in one place. And I didn't have to worry about what happens if I lose it or a fire, because I can digitally back this up. I had a great solution for when I was at home. But it wasn't so great when I traveled because, well, look at this thing. It's huge. So when ReMarkable offered to send me the newish Paper Pro Move, I had to say yes. Because what if I could have everything that's great about this in something the size of this? That's the promise of the Move. And the first time you pick it up, that feels real. It's really small in the hand and thin. Admittedly not as thin as I first expected it, comparing it to the ReMarkable 2, but it honestly is a thin device that fits in my hand really well. But more importantly, it fits in places that the ReMarkable 2 never will. Jacket pockets and small bags. It's great for the situations where you don't want to think about what you brought with you. And immediately that matters, because the best notebook is the one you actually have with you. And the writing experience is really good. There is, just like with the original ReMarkable, no latency whatsoever. So you feel like you are typing on paper. I can write as bad and as fast as I want. This is important, and it will keep up. Now, you've probably already noticed ReMarkable sent me the Marker Plus, which is the more expensive one. And honestly, I like it. The eraser on the back sounds like a minor thing, but in practice it feels just right. I don't know how they pulled it off exactly, but it reminds me of the exact feeling you get when you use an actual pencil's eraser. It has just the right amount of texture that you feel like you're doing that erasing action. And I don't know, it's just nice to have. I do have an Amazon Scribe stylus for my original ReMarkable, and it too has an eraser tip, but it doesn't feel as good. I know it sounds silly, but it really makes a difference. I also like that it supports tilt functions. So if you're using the correct digital pen, and we're going to switch over to one of these like this right here, and you're writing, as you tilt your pen, you will change in thickness or thinness, which means that if you're a calligrapher, you can really get something extra out of this. It's not game-changing, but it sure is nice. Now, unlike the original ReMarkable 2, this does not charge by having proximity to the tablet. Instead, what you have to do is attach it to the side magnetically. That will charge it over time. Now, realistically speaking, that's where you're always going to keep your pen anyways when you're not using this, so I don't think that's as big a deal. And now there's also color, something you can get with the full-size Paper Pro as well. I can actually truly highlight notes. That's a game changer, and I'm honestly pleased with how good it looks. It's not what you might expect. This is still e-ink, and so vivid colored is just not a possibility. Instead of a shocking neon yellow, you get more of a pale highlighter color. In this case, I'm using yellow, but whatever color you might choose. It's not quite what you might expect, but once you get used to it, there's something quaint about it I really like. I still don't fully understand the black magic ReMarkable used to make color e-ink work so quickly. I mean, you can see it. At first, there's a bit of grayscale going on, and then it will flash and give you the full color. But it's still shockingly good and fast for e-ink. The Folio that ReMarkable offers for this is also remarkably no pun intended, good as well. It attaches magnetically to the back of the ReMarkable, and then it has this little flap that wraps around and kind of helps secure the pen in place. Yeah, this is magnetically attached to the tablet, but that little extra bit is nice. The flap also magnetically attaches. Magnets are great. I like how thin this is, even though that means it's not as protective. Altogether, it makes it feel like one complete system. That's honestly a vast improvement over my third-party, technically professional-looking case, but it's all kind of just works together, not in the most convenient way possible. And in the end, it's pretty bulky and again, not great for travel. So what I'm kind of saying is if you buy a ReMarkable Move, you absolutely should buy the Marker Plus and the Folio, but that's gonna raise the price. And yeah, we'll be talking about the price in a bit. Still, where the Move really works is exactly where the ReMarkable 2 struggles. Portable note-taking. This is the device you could pull out while standing, while walking, while leaning against a wall. That makes the ReMarkable Paper Pro Move arguably better than the ReMarkable 2, simply because you will always have this with you. It doesn't matter how good this is if you left it at home and you've had an idea and you don't have something to write down on. For quick notes, fragmented ideas, thoughts that I needed to capture, the Paper Pro Move feels very right. And I thought for a little bit that I could just get rid of this and replace it with this. But it all fell apart when I started trying to use the Paper Pro Move to plan my week and my days. I tried to sync my existing bullet journal style calendar from my old device to the new one and found it almost impossible to use. You know when PCs first went super high resolution and all the fonts were too small? It's like that. I had to pan and zoom and it just didn't work. So I thought, I can solve this by using ReMarkable's templates. There's even an official bullet journal template now, though to use any of that, you have to subscribe to ReMarkable's Connect feature, which isn't that expensive, but isn't that useful to me. Unfortunately, the previous templates don't fit the smaller screen well. And while ReMarkable redesigned some of its templates for the Move, even those feel cramped and small, and like the lines are just not going to work at all. It's like they were scaled down rather than rethought. And that matters because this is supposed to be my everything device. I don't want to hop between devices to see my notes or an upcoming embargo or what video I need to write a script for next. I want everything in one place. And I want it to be a place I can easily write a new entry or erase and change an existing one. When you put it next to the ReMarkable 2, you can see the difference. This is the same calendar that I've written synced between the two devices. On this device, I can see my 3 days of tasks. I can read clearly what's going on. And on here, it feels cramped and tiny, like I need glasses for the first time in my life. And that's not a good feeling, by the way. On the Move, I just have to make compromises. Less space to work with, fewer tasks written down in view, more scrolling and panning to be had, and that is a problem. Scrolling gestures on the ReMarkable devices have never been very good. That's no big deal when you've got a lot of screen real estate to work with, but it is on the Move where you have to scroll a lot. The other day I realized I can take this with me anywhere, but it's not the device I want to use at my desk. That's the moment it clicked for me. The Paper Pro Move just doesn't replace a full-sized ReMarkable device like the ReMarkable 2 or the Paper Pro. At best, it complements it. It's the thing you can take with you when this is too big, but it's not the one you want to use when you get home. Ultimately, the small size of the Move is both its strength and its weakness, because now we have to talk about price. The Paper Pro Move isn't cheap. And once you add on the Marker Plus and the Folio, which again, I genuinely think you should, you're spending a large amount of money. These accessories are even more on their own. Keep that price in mind, because what you're buying is not a full replacement for the ReMarkable 2 or the very expensive full-size Paper Pro. You're buying a solution to one specific problem: portability. If you already own a full-size ReMarkable, the question becomes very focused. Is it worth spending this much money to fix the one thing the bigger device is bad at? For some people with lots of disposable income, yes, Absolutely. After all, if your notes are fast, lightweight, mostly disposable, if you want a digital notebook you'll actually carry with you everywhere, the Move is very good at that job. And if you're saying to yourself, I don't ever want to plan my day in a digital notebook, that is what Google Calendar's for after all, and that's a fair point. If what you want is the ultimate digital notebook you can take with you everywhere without it taking up much space, this is an admittedly very expensive, very good way of getting that job done. So here's where I land. The ReMarkable Paper Pro Move is a very good product. Thoughtful, well built, a pleasure to write on, but it's a niche tool. If you want a digital memo pad that disappears into your life and captures thoughts wherever you are, it's excellent. If you're trying to replace your entire planning system, your task tracking, your calendar, your thinking space, you should stick with the ReMarkable 2 or the Paper Pro and invest in a way to make it easier to carry. The size isn't a mistake. It's the trade-off. For me, the ReMarkable 2 has to remain my brain at home. At best, the Move could be my brain on the go, and I'd probably never be able to justify the price of both. That's it for now, but thanks for watching, and until next time, bye!